right, look. I know y'all done seen that video of that young girl showing her, I think, Korean family. Excuse me if that's wrong, but I think they're Korean. The Korean family soul food dishes. And baby, in one of them videos, that girl went on ahead and took some of that candied yam juice and dipped it on that cornbread and sopped it up. So I'm going to go on ahead and show y'all how I make my buttermilk cornbread. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach y'all how to make a candied yam drizzle to put right on over the top. Because damn it, I'm not about to be out blacked today. You see that? You see that? You see that? Don't y'all ask me for no damn ingredient list because I know you can see it all right here. Bye. All right, now, first things first, you want to make sure that you get yourself a yam, sweet potato, whatever the hell you want to call it, child. Depends on where you live. I got a nice small one because, again, this is only really just to make a drizzle, so we're not really going to be using a lot of this. We're probably only going to be using maybe about a quarter of it, to be quite honest. You want to go on ahead and get your oven preheated to about 400 degrees, and you're going to bake this off in the oven until it is nice and fork tender. Now, however long that takes in your oven is however long it takes. Once you can put the fork in and you can take it out easily, that's when you know it's done. So that's your first step, so let's get that done. And yes, wrap it up in aluminum foil, and also to save yourself the headache, put it on top of something else because when the sugar starts to caramelize, it'll get sticky and you don't want your oven to be a mess. All right, y'all, as you can see, this goes in very smooth. This is completely done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this out of the skin, and then I'm going to sit it to the side so that it can start to cool down just a little bit. Doesn't need to be completely cooled, but, you know, just so that you can handle it. All right, y'all, so I'm going to go on ahead and now, and I'm going to make this candied yam drizzle sauce situation. So I have the yams here. They've cooled down nicely. I'm going to get 2 measuring spoons, and I'm going to make sure that it's nice and rounded off. That's all we really need. So I have that here. I'm going to add it to my sauce pot. Put that in. Perfect. I'm going to add in 1 stick of unsalted butter. This is already at room temperature. I'm also going to go in and I'm going to add in, before I do that, let me add in a few dashes of cinnamon. You can add in as much or as little cinnamon as you would like. I've added in, that's probably a little less than a half a teaspoon. I'm going to add the vanilla in towards the end because you don't want that to burn. I'm also going to add in 2 tablespoons of brown sugar here. Let me open this up. Boom, boom, pow, yeah. Let me not cross-contaminate before I have to cuss any of y'all out. So let me just go in with a clean spoon because y'all do like to try me. And today would not be the day. All right, So, 2 tablespoons of the brown sugar. 1. And I'm going to go in. Actually, I want 3 because it's mine. You do what you want. Okay, put that over here. And now I'm also going to go in with probably, honestly, for the white sugar, I'm probably only going to do 1 tablespoon of that because I don't need it to be too damn sweet. Perfect. All right. And anytime you're doing something like this where there's that much sugar, you always want to add just a little pinch of salt to kind of counteract it. I'm going to put this on the stovetop, allow this to melt. I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll show you when it's time to add in the vanilla. Now, with the wire whisk, you want to go in and you want to go on ahead and get this nice and smooth until everything has completely dissolved. My God, on today. Who in the hell do you know is out here making a candy yam drizzle? My God, when we pour this over top of that damn buttermilk cornbread, it is going to be a wrap. All right, now look, I ain't never did this damn drizzle situation before, so I'm about to do a real taste test because I got to keep it 100 with y'all because what I'm not about to do is have y'all out here make it and it's a damn nasty mess. So let me just taste it really quick just to see if there's anything else I need to add. Mind you, I have not added in the vanilla just yet. But let me just go ahead and taste it. Hope I don't burn the hell out of myself. Here we go. The reason that we're here, hey, it is because Tobias Young knows how to cook. God damn it. Y'all, this is absolutely spectacular. I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't know exactly how this was going to turn out, but the consistency is exactly how I want it. And to be honest, I don't think it needs vanilla at all. I think this is perfect just as it is. All right, so let's get our dry ingredients together for this cornbread. We're going to add in 1.5 cups of yellow cornmeal. Go on ahead and add that in. We're going to add in 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. Now, in regards to the sugar, Because for this particular recipe, I'm making a candied yam drizzle to go over the top of it, I'm going to reduce how much sugar I typically put in here. Now, if I was not putting the drizzle on the top, I would put 1 full cup. So hear me loud and clear. If you want to just make the regular plain buttermilk cornbread without the drizzle, add in 1 full cup. If you are going to make the candied yam drizzle, reduce the sugar because you're going to make up for that with the drizzle. So for the purpose of this video, we're only going to add in a half a cup of sugar, not 1 full cup. All right. So I'm going to go on ahead and add in a half a cup of sugar. And for those of you that already think that this is too much, go to hell. Because I'm not about to sit here and argue with you. Now we're going to go in and we're going to add in 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. All right. Then we're also going to go in and we're going to add in a half a teaspoon of kosher salt. Please do not use iodine salt because it's just, the granules are way too small and it's going to end up being way too salty. So I like to use a coarse pink Himalayan salt, all right? Now you can go on ahead and whisk together all of your dry ingredients. The reason why you want to do your dry ingredients in a separate bowl is because, well, we don't want a tough cornbread. We don't want it to be dry. So when we add in the wet stuff, all we'll have to do is just make sure that it's fully mixed together and that's it. So I always like to do all of my dry ingredients first and I'll do all of my wet stuff in a separate bowl. Let's go and get the wet ingredients together. All right, so in a separate bowl, I'm going to add in 1 cup of room temperature buttermilk. I'm going to also add in 1/3 of a cup of vegetable oil. I'm also going to crack in 2 large eggs. And then we're going to give this a good whisk. Okay. Give this a good whisk. And then we're going to add it to our dry mixture. All right, now I'm going to go in and add in my wet mixture. And like I said, this is the point when you don't want to overmix. Once you can see that it's incorporated, it's good to go. Also, I already had my cast iron skillet in the oven with 1 stick of unsalted butter. I want my cast iron skillet to already be nice and hot before I pour this batter into it, okay? That's going to help with the cooking. All right, so once this gets fully mixed together, then we're going to go over and we're going to pour it into that hot skillet with that hot butter. And make sure you don't put your cast iron skillet into your oven too soon because you don't want your butter to burn, okay? There's a difference between brown butter and burnt butter, okay? Like I said, I got my hot skillet here, so now I'm going to go in and just pour all of this batter in, and I'm going to make sure that I smooth it out before I put it back inside of the oven. This is looking absolutely beautiful. I'm now going to carefully place this inside of my oven. I'll let you guys know exactly how long I allow this to bake for once I take it out. All right, my cornbread has come out of the oven, and now it's time to pour on that candied yam drizzle. And I might not use all of this because, my God, on today, I mean, look at this. Look at this. If y'all could only smell this cornbread, my God, on today, Jesus, my God, I cannot wait to slice this up. My God, I'm finna slice this right now because honestly, I can't really take it. My God, come on out of here. My God, my God. Look at the cornbread. Look at the texture. Look at the, oh, Jesus. Look at it, y'all. Here we go. Period.